With barely 18 days to the commencement of the 21st National Sports Festival, tagged Delta 2022, one of the indoor sports halls under construction at the Stephen Keshi Stadium in Asaba, Delta State capital, on Thursday collapsed. One report said the constructing firm was in a hurry to deliver the project before the kickoff of the sports festival. The sports festival, which commences on November 28, will end on December 10. And a government official who spoke on condition of anonymity disclosed that the collapse structure damaged a section of the building in the stadium. And Nigeria's Youth and Sports Minister Sunday Dare last Friday expressed satisfaction with the work done while inspecting the level of work and facilities at the stadium. He declared that a sports festival tagged Delta 2022 will go ahead as scheduled. Well, National Sports Festival is almost here, but there's a little bit of stop there. Well, I'll be joined from Asaba there by Tonobok Okowa, who is the Commissioner of Sports at Delta State and also the Athletics Federation President. Thanks for joining me on the show.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Yeah, there's a lot of preparation for the sports festival and a lot has happened. There's approval and everything. But reports came out after the collapse that some died. Want a confirmation on that?
First of all, let me correct the impression that the building collapsed. The building did not collapse. The crane that was putting the roof trusses, the iron roof trusses, knocked part of the wall, and that's the wall that you saw there on the picture, and then that wall came down. And as we speak, it has been fixed. There's no way you can say collapse. Collapse of building means maybe the structural work maybe will give way and then the building will come down. But you could look at it, you could see what happened there, that part of this was knocked down, and that's the crane that you're seeing there. And, you know, that thing that we're talking about right now has been fixed. So I don't know what they're talking about collapse. We must be careful about the kind of journalism that information that we dish out to the public, because it's not right.
Okay, now there's been talks that there's a political undertone to the reportage. What's your view on that?
That is wickedness there. And how could anybody say people died? I mean, when you do things like this, who are you trying to hurt? You're not, because of politics, you don't care what you tell the people. Nobody died. Yeah, well, nobody was there anyway because the crane was working, but the guy that was on top just sustained a little scratch injury on his face, and that's it. There was nothing like death in that incident. I mean, it's just a little thing. Anybody could make mistake. It was just a little mistake from the crane.
Thank you for that clarification. But away from that talk there, we know that Delta State, when it comes to sports in Nigeria, they are a lot dominant. It dominates a lot of sports, winning the National Sports Festival on so many and different occasions. What's the level of preparation for Delta State?
Well, you know, Delta has never hosted, and then ordinarily we are supposed to have enough time to prepare for this, because we want to bring in new facilities and we want to see what we can do with the existing facilities, renovate them, put them to top standard, and that's exactly what we're doing. That's not to say we are not ready. We're almost there. In another 1 week, all the contractors will be leaving site. The building you are seeing there, all the interiors, the toilet, the tiling have been done. It's just the roofing that they were just trying to put. Everything that we're supposed to have there is already in order. I must tell you that that building that you're seeing there everything is steel. The block work is just, it's not even carrying any weight. So all our facilities are about ready, and then in another week, they will be handing over all the facilities to us for use, and that's the way it is. We are getting ready, and then as Team Delta, we're also getting very ready. That's the way it is.
Yeah, talking about Delta State getting ready, Delta State has dominated 4 of the last sports festivals, and we know how that is. Is there any pressure to deliver on this National Sports Festival?
I don't know about other people, but when sports festivals, even the youth game, when it's coming close, I'm always under pressure. Personally, I'm always under pressure because I'm a very bad loser. I don't want to lose. I want to always win. So I'm always trying to work hard, make sure all the areas will be well put together. My coaches, our coaches, the athletes, their welfare, the kids, everything must, must be ready. But as it is, especially now that the dollar is up and down and all that, it makes things a lot difficult. And importation of our kits, Delta State, we don't use. We always use foreign kits, and we're trying to have things get to us in good time. So definitely, I'm under pressure, and then being under pressure to win again, it's always like that. I'm not the kind of people that will say host to win. We must work hard to make sure we win, not just to host to win or maybe have cut corners. No, we won't do that. We'll come out and try to work hard enough, and make sure we deliver, make sure we win. Because the kind of governor that we have, if he has been winning outside Delta, of course, he will put us under pressure to make sure we win in Delta.
Winning in Delta State, athletics is something that you are actually the AFN president. And looking at the athletes that are going to be participating, how would you rate athletics, the competition ahead of the National Sports Festival?
Athletics is going to be a little bit of a problem, especially for Deltans. Most of our athletics athletes, majority of them are Deltans. But these guys are in US, most of them are in school, so it's not good time for them to actually come in. So a lot of our athletes that are in school will not be coming in, but those that have finished school will be able to come. But we are trying to make sure we push likes of improvement and rest of them, and the ones that are out of school to make sure they participate. But that's not to say that Delta State will still not do well in athletics. The home base are working hard, they are preparing. Some of them that are out of school, they will still come. And then generally, as the president of AFN, we are trying to encourage people like S.A. Brume and Toby Amosu to make sure they'll come and grace the occasion. Let them come and represent their states. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, talking about looking at those big guns to come and represent Delta States, are there chances that other athletes be discovered in this edition?
Yes, of course. Somebody like our athletics queen, of course, we want her to come and represent her state, Ogun State. We're talking about Toby Amuson. The rest of the junior athletes that will come, that is the most interest that I have. We want to, as much as possible, see how many of the new athletes that we will discover. In Delta State, during the Delta State trials, we realized that a lot of kids that will be doing, like in the female, they'll be doing 11-1, and that's a good one, in 100 meters. And we want to see new athletes discovered, and then see how we can quickly take them up and start grooming them. And most of these athletes are the ones from youth game and all that. They are already doing well. So we can beat our head in the AFL. We can beat our hand on our chest and say we have good athletes for the African Youth Championship that may be coming up very soon.
Okay, and now, aside the whole story about, well, the little talk of the building, is there assurances you will give out to Nigerians that everything will go out well aside that? And what should fans especially expect from this edition of the festival?
First of all, let me even tell you that we have options. If any building will not be ready, we already have about 2 or 3 options of such that will host such. So it's not going to, if there will be any delay in any building, the options that we have are there to take up the particular venue or the particular facility. So we're not worried about anything. And then what I want to tell Nigerians is that Delta has never hosted, and we know how we go about our things. Delta would definitely put up a good show. Delta would definitely put up good preparation, the kind of sports festival that people have never witnessed. That's what they're about to witness in Delta, because we are actually ready. If any facility is not ready, we have options that we'll use. So let them get ready, and then we want them to come in. We don't want Delta to just overrun everybody, clinching so many gold medals, and other states are not getting much. That is not what I'm looking for. We are working hard to make sure we win, and I want other states to also work hard to make sure they win. Let them defeat Delta. That's my take. It's not all about Delta. It's all about other states. But I can also tell you that it will be difficult for them to do.
You're talking about being difficult. Finally, on this, last year, Delta finished with 158 gold medals. And the host, that's Edo State, finished with 129. And Bayelsa State were a distant 56. What is the target for Delta this time out?
I wouldn't know. Always before maybe about a week or 5 days to the game, we always sit together and have serious technical meeting, and then do our medal forecast. I don't know at the moment what we'll be looking at, but at every given time we always try to surpass our previous. In Abuja, the one that was hosted in Abuja, we had 163 gold medals, and in Edo we did about the same or a little better. Now we're talking about Delta hosting. We've been working hard. I don't know if the athletes that will not be coming from abroad will affect us, but I can tell you that we are getting very, very prepared, and we're going to win again, no doubt. But I don't know with how many gold medals. But I can beat my hand on my chest and say they will not beat me. If they can, let them catch up with me. But I doubt if they will.
Well, the level of confidence is something to reckon with. Thanks for joining me on Global Sports Report here on the Rise News. That's Tonobok Okowa, the chairman of Delta State Sports Commission, and the Athletics Federation's president. We heard him talk about the National Sports Festival.